Hey, what's up, everybody? Ultimate Movie Survival Guide. This is JD. I am here again with Chris. What up, Chris?
How you doing?
And Steve. What up, Steve?
Hey y'all.
This is episode 6. I hope you got your pants on tight. Been waiting for this one. This is The Matrix. Neo. Blue pill, red pill. Are you guys ready to go down the rabbit hole?
Let's take the plunge.
I'm taking the red pill.
I'm taking the red pill.
I'll go red.
So, The Matrix, awesome, iconic movie. It came out and asked us all, do we take the red pill and go down the rabbit hole of truth and justice and fight the system? Or do we take the blue pill and wake up in ignorant bliss and go back to our 9-to-5 lives? And Neo was brave and took the red pill and went down the Matrix rabbit hole, and became an iconic movie. Chris, what do you think about this? Tell us.
I mean, from the beginning of the movie to the start of the movie, it's just something to behold. It gives you something to think about all the way through. They mention this and you mention that, and you get kind of a deja vu sense of what they're talking about. I love the movie.
Steve, The Matrix. Tell us about it. What do you think?
That was the best movie ever. They pull those giant gun racks flying up out of the floor like, oh, hell yeah. Ultimate choices. Oh, God, let's take 20 of them each. Yeah.
Big racks of weapons, looking at the system and what the world is through the eyes of a computer. Ones and zeros and zeros and ones and ones and zeros and zeros and ones. Chris, do you think we're living in a simulation?
Yeah, you hear it everywhere. People talking about glitches or something like this or something like that happened that can't be explained. And I believe in glitches, and I believe we're in some kind of matrix world.
So you think we're living in the Matrix and we're just ones and zeros going through a computer simulation, Chris?
Yeah, man. It's because I can't explain why, but it's just things that are unexplainable. I think is my reason why.
So we're just plugged in and we're going through this simulation and we're learning things and advancing, and are we like maybe a virus of a computer?
We could be, because look how humanity is. We're not very kind to anything. We're not very kind to the environment. We're not very kind to each other. So, we could be the virus.
We could be the virus that's in the system that the ones and zeros are trying to eliminate.
All right.
That's a very interesting perspective. Steve, you are a computer geek. Don't take that the wrong way. You're into ones and zeros and softwares and satellites and stuff like that. Are we living in a simulation?
Ooh. Do you believe in the moon landing? Because that was a total simulation, wasn't it? Maybe? No. It was real. Anything is possible in this day and age.
Okay, so sticking to the movie, are we living in a simulation of ones and zeros?
I hope I'm not, but probably.
Do you think that we're just like a computer program and that it's like going through and it's just running and learning and advancing? We're not really real, we're just like ones and zeros and all one color?
I hope we're not just the darn batteries.
So when The Matrix first came out, I think it was some of the first time that special effects guys like totally made bullets just go through and pause, and we could actually like see like the energy or them like moving through sound and space and oxygen when Neo was like in that fighting scene, and there's just bullets everywhere and he's like flipping over them and they're going by his body and you're just like, what is this? Chris, had you ever seen something in film and all the movies we've watched or you've watched where like the guys flipping and bullets are just pausing in time in the air?
No, because around that time, that's when all that came to the movie, where we got to see those kind of cool special effects where the cameras pause, but still, panoraming around the guy, ammo going around his head, and we could see it, the trailer of bullets, spiraling through the air.
we were totally rocking it out in like Neo vision, like, and you could just totally like see them. And he was watching them as it was coming, and he was just like dodging them, like looking left, and there went a bullet, and looking right, and there went a bullet, and bullets are like moving faster than Superman. Like he had like almost like Superman powers. You know, time had slowed down so much for him. Steve, with all the movies that you have watched in your days, had you ever seen special effects like what was happening with the bullets, where they were just flying through and like and freezing in time?
That was outstanding. That was a great concept. So well executed. I mean, that's a standard that, I don't know, whoever live up or past that. It's awesome. Everything about that movie was enjoyable.
I'm trying to think of even what movies up until that time compared with like special effects fighting scenes like that. Like they've all had fighting and one-on-one and gun shooting, and but to like pause down and put like the whole fight, Chris, in a perspective. Had you ever seen anything like that?
Maybe an old classic fighting martial art videos. Where
Okay.
they're flying, you know, from treetop to treetop, or flying up into a tree or down from a tree, you know.
Yeah, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, but it still don't compare to what we witnessed with the Matrix, you know, with the, you know, because like I said, you know, you can see the spiraling bullets, and he's dodging them, you know.
So I think we can all agree Neo wanted to take the red pill the whole time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was like living in a blue pill world, and he wanted what was next, and he wanted to go into the Matrix and see. But I don't think he realized that he would be fighting once he got into there. It would be a struggle.
Because what you know, he was the supposedly the one, and he didn't believe it, you know.
He was a reluctant hero.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? You just went out of this reality because it's the 9 to 5 and the routine is just kills you, and then you're ready for what's new, and you take the red pill, and then you wake up and everybody thinks like you're the Messiah, you're the savior, you're the one that's going to make things right. Steve, what do you do under that kind of pressure?
Oh man, try not to collapse.
What do you think, Chris?
You gotta adapt and learn, you know, to have that kind of power, to wield it. You know, you just can't. I don't think you can mingle with people for a while. You know, you'd have to learn how to control yourself, and because you know you could seriously hurt somebody by
Yeah.
accident. You know,
Major damage.
There's a saying that those that have the power to help, you know, have the obligation almost to. Do you believe that? What do you think, Chris? Do you think if you have those superpower and super ability, are you obligated to help society?
absolutely, because there's so many cracks today in society, and if there could be a superhuman to come and fill them cracks or pull them cracks together, so be it.
What do you think, Steve? You get handed the superpowers of Neo. Are you stepping up to the plate?
You have to step up to the plate. You know, to whom much is given, a great deal is expected.
So there's a love story that's put in with the movie and the Matrix, and that we pick up on over time, where he starts to fall in love with a girl. But also, I think it really shows really great, like, you know, society and fighting for those that don't have anything. There's just so much about the movie, we could go on for hours, but what are some of your favorite parts of it, Chris?
All the fighting scenes, like where they're fighting the big giant robots, or just the fighting scenes, you know, where they're flipping, you know, the martial arts, slow motion, reverse, and yeah, just all the fight scenes, even, you know, between them and the machines, you know.
What about you, Steve? You got some favorite parts of the Matrix?
When Neo was fighting with the whole entire horde of Mr. Smiths, and he pulls up the pole out of the ground and uses that pole and the cement block attached to it to kick ass all over the yard, I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
That was an awesome scene to see.
Oh man.
That was super epic. I think when he like first decides to go into the Matrix is definitely like one of the key parts. And I just love how my favorite is actually at the end, how they leave it to where you know there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah. Leave that. Man,
And they completely left it open on the first one, you know, the Matrix, when they leave it to where you know that, okay, there's going to be another one.
Right.
And all the movies that he's been in, like, he kills it. And I just really looked forward to more coming out. And not a lot of movies, sometimes they drag it on like a cliffhanger. You know, I feel like they battled it out all the way to the end, and they're like, all right, there will be more to be continued. Like, it has to be continued. And that's some of my favorite parts of it.
Awesome. Epic movie. It's one of those ones I can watch again and again. I can't imagine how many times I've actually already watched it, and I'd still watch it more. That says it all.
How many times do you think you've watched it already?
I don't know, rough count, 8 or 9 or 10 or something. I don't know.
It's getting up there. What about
Yeah.
you, Chris?
I'd say about the same, you know. Like, it's like, to me, it's like Aliens. It's something you could watch, then watch it again, you know. Right after
You always pick up some new little bit you missed before, and you go, "How did I miss that part?"
And I love how relevant it is to all of our lives. If you sit there and watch it and think about it, you can put it in context of our lives, you know. It's pretty neat.
Totally. I think that I hope that they just continue with the franchise, to be honest with you, because it's something that they could just keep going and continuing with, because it does have like good morals, really great backstory. It's about helping other people, and you know, it's not about like taking, it's about giving and sacrificing and doing what's right for the people. And I think that movies like that encourage people to make better choices. And that's one cool thing about like reviewing the movies is with like some of them are killers and slasher flicks, but some of them, like this one, is like the ultimate hero movie to me.
High moral values.
Yeah, it's got that to teach you, you know, like you were saying, you know, it's a great entertainment thing, but it's also, you know, sit down and actually pay attention to it and not just watch, pay attention to it too.
You got anything in closing, Chris, on The Matrix?
And we'll watch them all and just have fun. You know, it's a franchise you can have fun with your family with, you know, grab the snacks and have fun with your family.
What about you, Steve, in closing on The Matrix?
I'll watch it again. I'll probably watch it more than once again. Always love it. I'm a fan of Trinity. Neil, it's all good. It's awesome.
Take the red pill, everybody. You guys heard it here first. Thank you for tuning in. I love the movie. I love the franchise. It was on our top like 50, 20 list, you know, so we got to review, get all these favorites out there, and encourage you to watch it and watch it again. It seems like every time you watch it, you see something you didn't see the first time.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in on Podbean. We appreciate you guys, and we look forward to rocking out with the next one. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
Thank you.
Night, y'all.